Yo, it's Benja from Tembo here, and today I want to show you what the team has been cooking up over the past few months. Tembo is your team's autonomous software maintenance tool. And what does that mean? Well, it means that we integrate with your entire workflow stack, whether that's, Sentry, Linear, your databases, GitHub, etc. You connect all of those to Tembo, and then Tembo is monitoring them in the background, or say when there's an issue that appears in Sentry, we will then go and solve that and open a PR, and then you can just review the PR, have that feedback loop back and forth till you close it or merge it. But what better way to talk about it than to show it? So I'm going to show you how it works. And one thing I wanted to mention quickly before I show you is Tembo works in two ways. One of them is that you can manually go and give Tembo tasks to complete. The second one is Tembo will actually actively, autonomously monitor your issues and open PRs automatically, so you never have to think about it. So we're going to go and click login here and get into the app. The first thing you're going to be met with when you are signing up for the first time is that you will be taken through an onboarding that asks you to connect your GitHub as well as your integrations, whether it's Sentry, AWS, etc., as you can see on the screen here. But because I already have an organization that has all of these set up, I'm just going to sign into that one and show you from here. So now I'm currently on the issues page and I already have a bunch of different integrations connected. So as you can see here, we have a bunch of different issues that Tembo has raised as well as PRs that it has opened to go and solve those problems. And I have this e-commerce demo here that if I search for something like shoes, it takes quite a bit of time for it to find products that match that search term. It searches through titles, product features, etc. So I'm trying to figure out how I can make that faster. So what I've done is I have went to the GitHub integration and I've synced my repository DBA e-commerce demo and I've enabled that. And then I also have to go ahead and install the Postgres, and I'm just going to call this e-commerce demo, add the connection string, connect that. And once this is connected, we can go in and configure it. We now have to say that this particular Postgres instance that we've connected to our Tembo is supposed to be linked to that repository that we have synced. Now Tembo knows that whenever there's an issue with this Postgres instance, it knows where to go and submit those code patches. So if I go back to the homepage here, you're going to see that the latest event right here just kicked off, and that is that it's going out and scanning the issues essentially for that integration. And as you can see here, we have a new issue that was raised for e-commerce demo. Tembo is currently working to solve this particular issue. If we just give it a little bit of time to do its magic, and then we'll be right back. And just like that, we now have a new pull request. If I click view pull request, you're going to see that it opened a new PR saying that we're missing an index on products.feature. So I can go ahead and go to files changed and see that it added some changes here. And then I can review whether I think they're good or not. If I don't agree with the changes, I can say, for example, I don't think this is the best way to go about it. We should probably just add an index instead outside of the Prisma scheme or something. And then once I finish my review here and I say that I'm requesting some changes, it will go ahead and solve that. So as we can tell, instead of changing this Prisma schema, it now just added a migration to add that particular index outside of Prisma. So if we go ahead and merge this PR now, if we go back to the app, you're going to see that that PR was successfully merged. Great stuff. Now, this is just one of the capabilities that Tembo has. We can connect to your Postgres, your AWS, whatever database you might have. We also extend beyond that. We have Sentry, we have Linear, we have a bunch of different integrations that we're working with to make sure that Tembo can go ahead and solve those issues when they appear. So something I want to show, because we use it so much internally, is that we've linked it to our Sentry. So whenever there's a panic or something happening in the API, in this case, we try to call unwrap on a none value, we can see that Tembo went ahead and opened a PR to solve that. So if we go ahead and check the files, we can see that it's now trying to make sure that it's basically safe betting and not doing unwrap as we were doing here. Now this saves you a lot of time because as your Sentry backlog keeps building itself, you don't have time to go every day and go fix things. You usually go and fix the critical stuff, and a lot of that stuff you leave just in the backlog. One day I'm going to solve it. Tembo fixes that for you. It cleans your entire backlog. You can just review the PRs and let Tembo know if it's bad or not. And if you're excited to try it out, I'm going to leave the link down below and you can go and check it out. We're really excited to get more people on. We've been using Tembo internally now for a bit and we're really happy with it. So time to share it with the world and see what the world thinks. So, yep. Thank you so much for watching.